if the college students could come up, and we're just gonna pass around the mic, and we are gonna declare our whole hearts into this thing. What these guys carry is incredible, and I just want them to release over you, because I really truly believe that they are the ones that are going to be ushering in this new move of God. But they need you as spiritual fathers and mothers. So also, I was praying this morning, and I felt like God told me, I want you, as the college students are praying at the end, I want you to have spiritual fathers and mothers come up and lay hands on the ones that are praying. And so I was like, okay. And so then we're in the prayer room this morning before the service praying, and Emma whispers in my ear, and she said, she was like, we don't have to do this, but I saw this picture, and the spiritual fathers and mothers and the congregation came up and laid their hands on the people praying. And I was like, okay, we're gonna do that. So, if you know, the spiritual, like, definitely Eric and Keisha, Todd and Tammy, Bill and Mary Ann, Jeff and Katie, any of you guys, I just, Aunt Brenda, you get up here. I just think, and if you feel called as a father or mother, any of you, please, Marty, please come up and just lay your hands on the college students that are praying as we usher in this new move of God. So I'm gonna pass the microphone really quick, and I want to say before we start, I don't know what time it is. I have no clue, but we're going to start, and I really hope you stay for this, because I think this is going to be extremely powerful. But if it gets to a point that you have to go at some point, please feel free to leave. I don't want people to get frustrated because we're going way too long or something. So if you need to go, please just go. Yes. So I want to just say this one more time before I pass the mic. How will you fulfill your purpose? Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to fight for your purpose? Is your daily life harnessed to a dream, to something, or to the compelling power of a great prophetic vision, something big enough to live for or even die for? And how would this change your life? What if you began to discover what you were made for, and a deep sense of mission guided and inspired you? What if you found a family to live that dream in? This is what we were created for. Yeah. So I just pray and I hope that you guys find family, and that you take it out to the rest of the world, and that your passion and desire can thrive within that. So I'm going to hand it off. Go for it.
In 2005, Bob Jones had a vision of a massive sleeping body over the eastern part of America. In the dream, he began to see the head rise, and the head was in Cleveland, Ohio. There were many different cities involved in this dream, but the head was in Cleveland, Ohio. The heart was in Columbus, Ohio. The reproductive organs were in Cincinnati. And in the dream, he began to see the head rise in Cleveland. And from there, the rest of the body began to stand up, and it was symbolic of a Jesus awakening in our time. He eventually stood up in Atlanta, Georgia. And so there's been these things prophesied. Azusa Street, William Seymour, 100 years, we're going to see this thing. For me, my personal life, God's just been giving me such a heart of worship. And this past summer, I was just lit on fire. I knew coming back to school, I wanted to do these consistent times of worship, especially because of where we are in Ohio, and God wants to use Ohio. So had a worship night. I'm from Pasadena, California. Had a worship night in California the night before I flew back here for this semester. And just one of the men I look up to was praying over me, and he said he saw me as a flame in the middle of my campus. And I said, we have an eternal flame in the middle of our campus. And I've been wrestling through where to do this worship thing, what it's gonna look like. He said, do worship there. So I did worship there every Saturday morning until it got too just unbearable with the weather. But that wasn't it. He saw me as a flame the middle of my campus, but he said he saw other flames sprouting up on my campus around me. And I'm so just blown away by what begins to happen when you give your life to this thing, when you give your passion and your most valuable time to God. What he starts to do this semester, I've just been seeing this as this prophecy come true on my life, and just the people beginning to sprout up around me. And I'm just it's so emotional, because when you give God your life, he responds in a massive way, and I don't even know what to expect next. And I just share this because, like Gabby's saying, there's such a move of God right now, and we can't miss our moment. We can't miss this, guys. And so I just want to pray. Everything she's been sharing, I just want to pray into it. My name's Joel. I have